Okay, all right. That joined pretty fast. Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's fantastic Dino action. Hopefully everybody is having a good day, as good as possible. Tonight, well, we'll see if it continues to be the best addition to Dinosaur Tribal. I think so. It just keeps performing again and again and again, and still I feel it basically replaces Galt often enough. You know, it's coming down for 12, even if it comes down as a 10-10, not quite as powerful as the Queen. It's still quite decent, especially with that Ward 2. That could be all you need for it to survive a turn or just long enough to get a hit off. Of course, Galta, well, probably is public enemy number one if you land her. I mean, in the past I have used all 4 copies of this just because often I'm playing it for cheap and they counter it or they kill it. Then I can easily play that second copy I have in my hand for 2 as well, a total of 4, and then the opponent is looking pretty darn sad. Heaven, yes, go Dinos go, you said it. Nothing really changed too much, just taking out Death Gorge Scavenger, switching it for the new, pretty good removal spell in Tandem Takedown. 1 and 2 green, up to 2 target creatures you control get +1/+0. Excuse me. They each deal damage equal to their power to another target creature, battle, or planeswalker. Basically, I'm looking at this. I can take out Shieldred very easily. Say I just have a Huntmaster and a Marauding Raptor. 3 total power. Increase that by 2. 5 total power when I target both of these guys. Boom. Shieldred, gone. That's going to be lovely stuff. Lovely to have nice instant speed interaction. There could be fight spells or removal where it's just targeting, you know, one creature, taking out multiple creatures, but I think this will work because chances are I should have quite a few creatures myself and be able to make use of this and pretty much kill anything for 3 at instant speed. Bouncers beat down, yes. I was wondering about that, Heaven. It seems like I can still get the job done against black, but Bouncers beat down, I think often enough it could be a little bit worse than Tandem Takedown. Bouncers consider the most expensive thing or the most powerful thing that I have is Topiary Stomper. Well, nuts. 4 power does not line up with Shieldred's 5 toughness. Tandem Takedown, if I still only had Topiary Stomper, we'd give it +1/+0, getting it to that 5 power, taking out Shieldred, even if we can't attack with it, unfortunately. I just want to make sure I can take out stuff more often, especially if I would want to take things out and it's not a black permanent. I'm going to be spending 3 mana anyways, the same cost as this, so might as well make creatures bigger and basically take out anything. But we'll see. Bouncers Beatdown definitely could still be on the menu, on the back burner to re-add it. But yeah, get right into things. Back to nature for destroying enchantments, shifting, and Tranix Rex for all that painful control if we face it tonight. Takedown is not a fight spell, which is a fantastic thing. Similar to Bouncer's Beatdown, it's the spell that deals the damage, so we don't have to worry about that death touch from Shieldred or just losing the creature with the fighting. Oh, it is going to be lovely. Say I have a Topiary Stomper and a Regis or Alpha. +1/+0 to both of those, a total of 10. I mean, for 10 we can certainly take out anything, I would hope. But yeah, doesn't touch the creature, don't have to worry about death touch, but our creatures are going to be touching the opponent's life total, and we're going to be dropping them. Hopefully it goes as well as it did last night, the other night. I was just playing zombies there a little bit, just because I got all these quests that need black. Cast 30 white or black spells, blue or black, black or red. I might just spam my mono black zombie aggro just to get those quests out of the way, get that gold a little bit better. Yes, planeswalkers, battles, creatures, very versatile indeed. Some fight spells, I mean, it's just for a creature, that's it. You might not have anything to target, unfortunately. That would not be good. Oh, and this hand is not so good. Well, that's a lot better. Definitely, lots of stuff for 2. I think there's a very good chance we get to Ancient Imperiosaur. I'm going to play it safe, though. I've got 4 copies of this. Might as well get tons of lovely ramp with all of that. That's going to be nice. Cut, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. I'm doing very well, playing some of the fantastic new additions that we got, and seeing that 3rd land means I can go Huntmaster and Drover next turn, or just Rampaging Raptor. Hopefully Drover the Mighty is still sticking around. Yes, the new dinos from Mom. Definitely cut. It is, it's going to be a good night indeed. Yes, you're not too late this time, Nash. Fantastic stuff. We already see Rampaging Raptor here. Trample, haste, 4/4. Lovely, lovely stuff indeed. However, I want to be aggressive, so Rampaging Raptor certainly is going to do the trick. You can switch Rampaging Raptor for Shifting Ceratops in this instance, and bam, we would not be able to attack with this. Shifting would just come down and sit there. Unfortunately. Maybe we had 5 mana, we could give Shifting Ceratops haste, but we still wouldn't be able to give it trample, where Rampaging Raptor here has both of that. We still could be dead, potentially. All this painful stuff. Invasion of Ixalan. Yeah, I can see that. They don't want to be hit for 4. That's for sure, because then we would just take out the invasion. So they're incentivized rampaging to block somebody or something. Oh, I know. Rampaging, Rampagedon. Very, very nice. I must say, yeah. Oh, big time. Yeah, Ancient Imperiosaur has shown up quite a bit. Maximum oh. They quit. Well, we were aggressive enough. A lovely 3/3 and a 4/4. They knew it was all over. Yeah, good to hear. Good to finally take down mono white aggro humans. That's often very painful for me. Oh. Oh, okay, we didn't even need Ancient Imperiosaur. You can see the lovely rampaging. It's just too big. At the very least, to take it out, they would have had to block with 2 creatures. They keep taking damage and damage and damage. Yeah, that does the trick, but it is very aggressive stuff. Tandem takedown potentially could be quite nice indeed. Ancient Imperiosaur. Would like to keep it in. Maybe. You know what? Let's do it. Let's cut him. I want tandem takedown. Okay. Good stuff. Take it down anything big, possibly that Adeline, whatchamacallit, gets bigger for each human they control, I believe. Makes a human. All that painful stuff, but excuse me. That hand's very doable. We got Castle Garenbrig to start. Shatterskull the Hammer Pass as our second land, and then we're off to the races with a Drover, Huntmaster. We'll see if we draw a 3rd land. That is going to change things. Drover turn 2, and then we could potentially have 4 mana on turn 3 with the Drover. Go Huntmaster plus Invasion of Ixalan. No, that doesn't seem to be the case. Yeah. Alrighty, Huntmaster it is. Just because we got that Marauding Raptor, we want to reduce it to 1. So we could go Marauding plus Drover. Hopefully we get another land next turn. But it is going to be pretty rough. 2 early Luminarch Aspirants is not a fun time indeed. Oh boy. Well, here goes. Invasion of Ixalan could get something, but 1 for a 2/3 and 1 for a 3/3 hopefully is enough of a deterrent. You know what? I'm going to attack with Marauding. I'll see what they do. That Luminarch Aspirant can't block, but perhaps they're going to attack with everything just because all that's left is Drover. Maybe they'll assume I won't block with it, which I won't. Then we could maybe barf a bunch of stuff next turn, especially if we draw another land. Very good stuff, Nash. Oh, that feeling, certainly, it never gets old. However, I love a good old Regis or Alpha for 3. That also never gets old. Pumping up Marauding Raptor there. Maximum super aggression. We're just going to be swinging for the fences. I don't care what blocks. The thing that Dauntless Bodyguard is protecting is tapped. It's that 4/4 Luminarch Aspirant. So I just go attack him. Anything that blocks anything dies. Love it. We could reasonably play another Regis or Alpha next turn if everything survives, and I think there's a pretty good chance of that happening. We're not quite dead yet, but it is going to be painful with those Luminarchs. A brutal Cathar certainly is brutal. They would take us down to 1 if they attacked with both of them. Perhaps they feel safe enough. Ooh, Sheltered Thicket. Well, it is a land. We can go tandem takedown to take out Brutal Cathar, get our Marauding Raptor back, but Drover the Mighty would have to tap, unfortunately. Let me think. I'll keep everything there. We could have some stuff, block some other stuff, and yeah, then just kill it with tandem takedown. Maybe they put it on Faceless Haven. Do it. Do it. Tandem takedown is going to take that out. This could be alright. That is going to be painful. Let's see. Let's see. So, tandem takedown. We're going to take out Faceless Haven, but Drover the Mighty is going to go to 4 power with the +1/+0. We'll block that Luminarch Aspirant. That's a 4/4. Yeah, okay. Like that. And that one. Oh, okay. Wait, maybe this works. I mean, we're gonna live, but yes, howdy. Solar Updraft, how's it going? Humans. Yes, in this day and age, Paul. I was thinking the token on Haven, but yeah, maybe that would have been a little better. Either way, a nice little turn of events. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Worth a shot. Something to keep in mind. Take something out, block with the things. Drover the Mighty gets powerful, but it's tapped to pay for a thing like Tandem Takedown here. However, I'm going to take out this, bringing that Ancient Imperiosaur, because I think being on the play, we might get a chance to superpower it out. Oh, I know. The new additions are looking good. Darth Adder, 100%. I mean, oh, it's going to be good. I'm going to hopefully grind a bunch of games after I'm done here tonight, but there's plenty more to come. It would be nice to take mono white humans down, though, I must say. It has been a pretty big headache in the past. Ugh. Let's hope it's not Luminarch Aspirant coming up. At the very least, we should get Regis or Alpha a turn sooner. They could be pretty explosive, but well, Thalia's Lieutenant, so a wee bit painful. Definitely not blocking. That's for sure. Oh, this is looking better and better by the second. I could have played a red source, could have gone Huntmaster plus Marauding this turn. That definitely would have been quite a bit better. However, I want to be super aggressive. I want to be nice and open. They'll be super aggressive, but then I'll be even better aggressive with Regis or Alpha, I hope. Oh, possibly. That modal dino. Man, that is... there's just so much stuff. I don't know where to start, but I'll keep grinding at least with the Ancient Imperiosaur. I think Regis or Alpha could do the trick, I hope. Hopefully they can't kill anything, but they do have at least a source of white there. Something painful might be about to happen. Regis or Alpha going down. That's one thing that destroys creature with toughness 4 or greater. Yes, oh, it is pretty good, I must say. Yes, I did see that. That's pretty sweet. Okay, here goes nothing. I don't think... Well, maybe 4, 7. Ooh, Brutal Cathar is definitely brutal. But we could get the job done with another Regis or Alpha, perhaps. Sometimes they just barf way too much. Oh, Galta, that would have done the trick. Nuts. Man. Oh. Let me think. We can make 6 green, unfortunately. That's not enough. We need 7. Let me think here. Well, we'll see what Invasion of Ixalan gets us, but I imagine that is probably it for us. The Gishath payoff, yes, that would definitely do the trick. However, we're not going to do the trick here. Well, that's too bad. Well, we took him down once. That's all right. Can't win against everything. Guess a sweeper could be good. I'm just focusing on tons of dinos, slamming down as much as possible, having a little bit of interaction, but having bigger and better bodies, more bodies, go wide a little bit, or just have stuff that goes right through them. It's a plan at least, but of course a sweeper against mono whites could be good. They could have Brave the Elements, however. Something to keep in mind. Protecting against Brotherhoods and Flame Sweep, that sort of thing. I'm wondering about that paw. Definitely, that's a good point to make. It is nice that we're seeing Etali. Hopefully, not too much gets countered. I think definitely much better for Explorer, 100%. However, might they have a counter? I think they might. I'm going to see if they burn it on Topiary Stomper. I think I would rather get these Rampaging Raptors down. Okay, good stuff. Well, not so good, but yeah, definitely Dino's better in Explorer. 100%. There's a lot of wacky stuff that is legal in Historic that probably, I would imagine, makes it a little bit more difficult for Dinos. Pay a 2 life just in case they have a sensor or something. Hopefully that's not the case, but oh, good stuff. We only need 2 more lands. We get to Etali. Love it. I certainly don't love that, but yeah. Oh, definitely, Paul. Super duper fast. Green-white dinos definitely with Yeah, that would be nice. Anything to beat board wipes. Although with a lot of haste, maybe I draw out the board wipe, they tap out or mostly tap out, and then the following turn I just, boom, play something hasty and still keep up the pressure that way. Oftentimes that has seemed to work in the past. I'm just happy that Marauding Raptor keeps sticking around. However, it looks like they're going to be doing you-know-what right now. Let's see. Magma Opus. Yeah. We've got Izzet, Torrential Gearhulk, Magma Opus. Unfortunately. However, Carnage turned, they can't target, so Torrential Gearhulk can't even trade with it. So this is still looking pretty good. Yes, both tokens can, unfortunately. Oh, we could have played another Carnage turn. Yeah, that's alright. Let's do it. Certainly Shifting Ceratops is going to be the bane of this deck's existence when we bring it in. Oh, Reprieve, okay. I'm going to have to check that out. Ooh, the new Chandra. I have not seen this yet. That does not look good. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, copy it. Choose new targets for the copy. Yikes. Well, we'll get another Carnage Giant. Certainly that's going to be pretty scary. Hopefully there is no more Torrential Gearhulks. Yeah, oh boy. This could get out of control real quick. They'll be able to play just about anything, especially an extra 2 mana each turn. Who knows what they're going to do? Double big skull. Oh boy. Yikes. That's a little bit of treasures, I must say. Yes, I definitely... Yeah, I could work with that. I don't really like to splash for things that need more than one pip of that splashing color. Very, very rough. And I have run into some awkward moments with Rampaging, actually, needing that 2 red. Let's take it out. I think they could have something up their sleeve. Hopefully that's not the case. Maybe it's a sweeper. Oh, another Torrential Gearhulk. My goodness. My oh my, this is annoying. My goodness. Oh, oops. Pain. Of course, it would be nice to have that Graveyard Hate taken out. Magma Opus. We do not have Graveyard Hate in the list at the moment, though. Hopefully we draw another land and we can at least go with that Rampaging Raptor. Oh yeah. I'm not coming back from that. Nope. That was dirty. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, copy it. You may choose new targets. This ability triggers only once each turn. So they copy something on our turn and on their own. Oh my. Yikes. Well, that certainly was not the funnest match I've ever had, but I'm getting lots of stuff that can't be targeted. This is the ultimate hate against Magma Opus. Torrential Gearhulk can't deal damage, can't block it. The elemental tokens can't block it. I have won against this deck mostly because of Shifting Ceratops. So certainly Rampaging, switch with Shifting, Invasion of Ixalan. I feel like cutting that. We need to make room for the other scary stuff. Potentially Etali, maybe stealing a Magma Opus and playing it for ourselves. That's That would be pretty exciting. I'll leave Etali in for now just because I want to keep using it. Of course, it is very satisfying. Just seeing what you get, rolling the dice. Keeps me on the edge of my seat. I like that. Excuse me, I drank my coffee too fast. But yeah, we got our Source of Red for Marauding. At least a force to help Castle Garenbrig enter the battlefield untapped, and then hopefully Shifting Ceratops turn 3, and we should be off to the races after that. Cross my fingers they don't have something that deals 3 damage to a creature, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Don't do it. Don't do it. No. I could have something for red, of course. We'll see. Can't counter that. Oh. A little bit late on that Abrade. They missed their window. And it allowed us to get Shifting Ceratops down. Love it. Splurging Rod. Oh, hey. That's alright. They are super fun at the very least. Watch them here. You'll get a better feel for them. And you can craft with confidence, I hope. They certainly seem to do the trick, especially with these new additions. Yeah, I would hope it gives you a good enough idea. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. If we got another land next turn, that'd be pretty ideal. At least we still get to play the other shifting. Attacking with it, of course, taking them down to 5. Lovely stuff. If they can't do anything to the shiftings, they are dead. Got him. What was I saying? Shifting Ceratops sometimes against this. Izzet, Magma, Opus, Torrential Gearhulk. Done. Similar to Mono Blue Spirits. Very scary stuff. Of course, this doesn't play lots of little flying creatures like Spirits does, so I think we might have an even better chance against this particular deck. However, it's not very common. It's been a month, maybe 2 months since I played this version of cheating out Magma Opus. Could probably keep it pretty much the same, I would imagine. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take out Galta, Ancient Imperiosaur. Maybe. You know what? All the Ancient Imperiosaurs. I want to bring in Invasion of Ixalan. Another turn 2 play. It can grab a land. Maybe they have a counter spell, but they don't counter this. Saving the counter spell for something a little more impactful. They're not worried about us grabbing a land that we may not even be able to play that turn. They're like, oh, that's okay. I can let this happen. But it gets us to our 3rd land that we may not have gotten to, or it gets us our 4th land for lots of good stuff. Yeah, it's just something else to play, pretty much. Tickle in my nose. A fluff. That would be pretty sweet to win with the single copy of Ancient Imperiosaur, but like I said, boom. Invasion of Ixalan. Lovely stuff there. That would have been, well, not invasion. A lot of things going on here. Oh, gee, I wonder if they're going to counter something. This is, who knows? You know what, I'm going to try for that invasion. Chances are they probably counter whatever we do, but maybe this will happen. Oh, no, I'm definitely happy to talk about that specifically or anything else, but definitely I would say the tools. All the fantastic stuff you can bring in, use, not use, against very specific things. Shifting Ceratops, of course. Some Gruul Midrange, regular Gruul lists do use shifting, but you could easily start off with it. Have all 4 in the sideboard. Whatever you want to do, and it would get the job done. Rampaging Ferocidon to stop life gain and Giant Cindermaw, a total of 8. Well, you could have all 8. You probably don't need it, but 2 dinos. Both cost the same, 2 and a red, to bring the pain to life gain, although that is not very common in Explorer, I find. Thrashing Brontodon, sacrificing it to destroy an artifact or enchantment. Just an overwhelming, it seems, amount of haste that you can keep up the pressure quite nicely if the opponent thinks they're safe. They think you won't explode with creatures that can attack. They're a little bit more aggressive. They leave themselves a little bit more open than maybe they should have. And it does them in, potentially. Hopefully we're not done in coming up. But nothing paused there whatsoever, it seems. Maybe they can take out... They can't take out that token, I think. This looks good. Oh, it's not exactly toolbox. You don't really search for the stuff, but you've got something for graveyard hate, life gain, artifacts and enchantments, tons of haste, control, Tranix Rex right here. I mean, a fantastic new example. Can't be countered, haste, trample, ward 4, toxic 4, a lovely package. An overwhelming amount of stuff against control. It certainly keeps being one of my favorite matchups for sure. Oh yes, who doesn't like dinosaurs? I think partly that's why they made so many in March of the Machines, but again, they're setting up for Lost Caverns of Ixalan. And I imagine they do have some sort of counterspell, unfortunately. Oh, let me think. We'll try for Ancient Imperiosaur. That's probably going to draw out a counterspell. Whatever we tried would have either... It would have been Regisaur Alpha, Ancient Imperiosaur, or Marauding Raptor. That's alright. Keep up the aggression with these guys. Hopefully it's enough. Hopefully they don't have anything against anything. It certainly seems like that might be the case. But there are just so many lovely dinos. The look, the feel, the art. Regisaur Alpha, man, that is definitely the all-star, just roaring. The birds flying by, all the other smaller Regisaurs, and all the names that they come up with for dinosaurs. Some of them are pretty funny, I guess you could say. Quite funny. Tranix Rex, that's pretty scary. Waiting for something, I bet. Ugh. Reflection of Kiki Jiki copying the Torrential Gearhulk is going to be a little bit painful. Copying, oh man. Where's that shifting Ceratops when you need it? Unfortunately, we haven't seen a single copy yet, and we're a quarter of the way through the deck. Ouch. We're not dead yet. Both Torrential Gearhulks have to block Carnage Tyrant. Regisaur Alpha could potentially still get through. Okay. I expect that's going to happen. Now, of course, we'll deal all our... Oh, maybe not. Interesting. Yeah, that wouldn't have been good for them. If they double blocked with both the Gearhulks, we would have taken out the actual physical version of it. That would have died. The other one would have been sacrificed, and they wouldn't have had any Torrential Gearhulks on the battlefield at the moment. Hopefully we get to go Tranix Rex next turn, but with all the treasures and stuff, there could be a pretty good chance they're able to pay that ward 4. You would think. Maybe not quite at the moment, especially if they play something this turn. I just hope it's not another Torrential Gearhulk. But if we get a shifting, that might do it. Let's see, it lands. even if we don't get a land, we got Marauding, possibly to draw out some counter spell, but I might just risk it and go for Regisaur Alpha. Oh. Really all depends what we draw. It could change things drastically. If I get a 6th land, it could be Marauding plus Regisaur. Oh. So I got 5. Making a copy. Well, it does make sense. Tons of treasures. They got a wee bit of mana there. Okay, that's not nothing. We'll try to play some stuff and hope it survives. Get these cost reducers down, possibly opening up Tyrannix Rex next turn. Of course, I do have to double block. We get to take out the actual Gearhulk, which is quite nice indeed. Oh, maybe not. Okay, I like it. Carnage survives at least a little bit longer, but the Marauding and Huntmaster could go down. This could get a little bit rough. We could be dead here, possibly. That might do it. We're gonna have to keep our eyes out for this new Izzet variation with Chandra Hope's Beacon. That is just, yeah, a big score, copying, big score to draw more, to get more treasures. Effectively, it's big score for free, I guess. One big score makes 4 treasures, and it costs 4, and they draw 4 cards after they discard. Ow. It's a lot of stuff. A lot is happening at the moment. Brotherhood's End might be nice just to take out all their treasures, but of course, Reflection of Kiki Jiki. It is an uphill battle. Magma Opus? Yes. Well, we're not done for yet. We could draw some lands, maybe some stuff lives. We'll wait and see, but again, that's probably it. They can't take out both of those things. That's a total of 5 toughness, and they're only dealing 4. 3 to Marauding and 1 to us, I think. Oh, yeah, I'm not busting through that. Never mind. Okay. All right, well, Chandra Hope's Beacon certainly gave that opponent some hope and the win. Yeah. Where's that shifting Ceratops? We can see how nice shifting would have been. Flying right past everything. The only thing that could have blocked shifting is that wimpy little goblin token. And that probably wouldn't have been enough. Yeah. Shifting. Super scary. No, I like it. Could potentially be a little bit slow. Of course, nothing for Huntmaster to accelerate out, but plenty of lands. Something for 2. And I like seeing that Ancient Imperiosaur. A pretty good chance we see something for 4, something for 3, another thing for 2. Shatter Skull Smashing. Now, if they haven't done a whole lot, I may just take out that land or else, if I wasn't going to play anything else next turn anyways. Hopefully they haven't exploded, but of course the land this turn, Wolf Willow Haven, tapping some stuff. Oh, Polychronos. That does seem painful, but again, I'm still tempted to take out the elf. Possibly that slows them down enough. We'll see. I was a little bit worried about Polychronos. 3 for a 4/5 reach. Scary stuff. Of course, I'm not using any flying dinos, so that's not a big problem. But it is certainly a decent sized body. Let me think. Do I want to take out the elf? I don't think so. Let's get the stomping ground. Shatter Skull Smashing might come in handy next turn. Or, well, not next turn. Later on, but I should have listened to my gut. That would have been nice. Getting him, turning him off, Karn this turn. At least slowing that down a bit. Hopefully Polykranos attacks. It would be quite lovely to go Regisaur next turn, hasty. We'll take out Karn. That is not going to happen. However, we still get down. They could be facing Ghalta coming up. Certainly not attacking with all that stuff into a painful 4-5. I suspect there might be some fight. Oh, okay, maybe not. No fighting stuff. All right, all right. I was getting a little bit worried there, but definitely nice to see our only copy of the Queen showing up. Maybe Ancient Imperiosaur next turn, come to think of it. Oh boy. Let's see, let's see. Do I like that? Actually, what am I thinking? Topiary Stomper for 2. Ghalta for 2. Drover for 2. I don't know. This is good. This is good. Right. Beautiful. And then next turn, a massive Ancient Imperiosaur. The size of Ghalta or potentially bigger. Of course, Storm the Festival could get Kiora and everything. We might be staring down too much stuff. I jinx myself. Of course, Mono Green Devotion probably usually has a full playset of Kiora. Oh, they're using their own Invasion of Ixalan. Well, very interesting. Man, this is not the funnest time I've ever had. Of course, Mono Green doing its classic Mono Green stuff. But they haven't gotten a whole lot with those Storm the Festivals, so we might actually have a chance here. Get some more lands. Oh, another land, and that's not so bad. I'm liking this. I think they may be dead. Beautiful. Oh, I think we got them, folks. All right, let me think. We don't need the haste from Huntmaster. We can't attack with Topiary, so we make Ancient less and bigger. I don't want to attack with this. No. I don't want to attack with this. Nope. It still gives it haste. I like a 14/14. I don't know about you, but that is reasonably decent. 2 for a 14. Oh, look at that. You like dinosaurs conceptually and powerfully. It wouldn't have made a whole lot of sense to attack with the token and Regisaur and Huntmaster again. Tap Regisaur Alpha. Make it bigger. Still giving haste. Huntmaster, the haste is not needed, so it's reducing Ancient Imperiosaur by 2. The cost reduction plus the tapping, the token. Didn't want to attack with it. Topiary, we got a basic land plus, reducing it by 1 plus 2 1/1 counters. If that's not value for Topiary, I don't know what is. Ooh. Like I was saying, pretty much replaces Ghalta, especially with all the little things that you don't want to be aggressive with all the time. Make use of it, make it bigger. However, tandem takedown. I think that could be quite nice indeed. taking out Karn, instant speed, something big, whatever it is. And especially with all the planeswalkers that mono green uses, Rampaging Raptor might also be quite nice. Deal damage to an opponent, deal that much damage to a planeswalker or a battle that player protects. But we would have to cut something. I definitely love Galta. We certainly got pretty fortunate seeing the only copy. Etali? Well, I gotta cut something somewhere. Carnage Trap? Yeah, I could see cutting that. Okay. Yeah. That was good stuff. Hopefully we can do something like that again. Of course, you've seen the nasty, even more disgusting plays with Ancient Imperiosaur. If you haven't, people playing it turn 2 after playing a bunch of creatures that cost 0, 2020 for free. Oh, it is, it's not a pretty sight. It is pretty good. This hand's decent enough, I think. 2 lands, some things for 2, something for 3. Certainly seen worse. And with the Castle Garenbrig there, this is definitely the best. Couldn't be a whole lot better. Yeah, definitely Drover. Let's get 1 man ahead. Of course, Mono Green Devotion not doing much, if any, early interaction, so Drover the Mighty should stick around quite nicely. Be taking out that Karn next turn if all goes well. We get that Rampaging Raptor down, 4 damage to them. Karn done. That Sky Sovereign is a little bit painful. Let me think. Now let's still go with Rampaging Raptor. Boom. I love it. Look at that. It's like 1 creature attacked them and 1 creature attacked Karn. Beautiful stuff. Sky Sovereign, not too painful. It would take out Drover. Okay, no Sky Sovereign. Now we could still pressure that Cavalier of Thorns, pumping up Rampaging Raptor, giving it +2/+0, lining up with Cavalier of Thorns 6 toughness. However, we want to keep the ramping plan alive. Let me think. We've got a lot of good options here. Yeah, let's keep going with Marauding. We'll make a massive Ancient Imperiosaur next turn. And make use of Topiary Stomper. Well, that's going to be good. Regis or Alpha. Massive Ancient Imperiosaur that is going to have haste. Oh, I don't know, I'm pretty excited about this. Another Nykthos, though. That is going to be problematic, especially with that Storm the Festival. Yeah, Ancient Imperiosaur, we'll see. Hopefully we're still alive that we can cast it. 14, oh, that is not fun. Right, hopefully they don't get another Kiora. That is... Alright. I'm liking this. Maybe that Cavalier of Thorns is wanting to pressure 1 of those invasions of Ixalan. Okay, well, you guys are about to see some very fun stuff indeed. Regis or Alpha for 4. Beautiful. Look at all those bodies we have. Ancient Imperiosaur is going to be absolutely massive. Okay, here goes nothing. Yeah. Good old 18, 16. Woo! They don't even have... They have 14. They don't even have enough to take it out. That is better than Galta. Huh. I think I might have found a mono green killer. I was hoping Ancient Imperiosaur would show up, but it's showing up. Best edition? Maybe. Cut? I don't know. It's an 1818. It could have been a 2020, so it could be better. This 1818, Trample, Haste, Ward 2, that's unacceptable. We're going to try for 2020. I can exile it, unfortunately, but they're at 8. You know, maybe we can still make something happen. We draw another one of the 4 that we have. We have 3 more Ancient Imperiosaurs anyways, so there's a reasonable chance of that happening. I hope. We certainly have a lot of bodies. We could kind of... Oh, well, that is painful. Yeah, if they didn't get Ulamog, it would have been not pretty for them. Even all 3 Cavalier of Thorns blocking wouldn't have been enough to do it. It would have been exactly 18 toughness, though. And the 18 power of Ancient Imperiosaur would have decimated 3 Cavalier of Thorns. That's pretty sweet. We could get Galta, another Ancient Imperiosaur, another Regisaur Alpha. Well, hopefully we're still alive at least. Seems like that might not happen though. A lot of mana. Oh no. We got Kiora. Yikes. Just keep making that mana. Oh boy. Tandem takedown. Well, well, well. Oh. It is cut. No, maybe one day something gets banned. I don't mind. I'm going to try and find the best way to give myself the best chance against this particular deck. See what Invasion of Ixalan gets us. We still have enough to play that tandem takedown and take down just about anything. Actually anything. We'll take out a Cavalier of Thorns. Question becomes, take it out now or later? Let's swing for the fences and see what happens. We'll get something surprising with tandem takedown. Okay. Let me see. We're not quite dead yet. They have a total of 21 if they wanted to attack with absolutely everything. They don't have a layer of the Hydra, anything like that, so no, that's probably it. No, we're not gonna live through an Ulamog, Cavalier of Thorns. The Cavalier of Thorns. Okay, we'll just stick with the main game plan, get that Ancient Imperiosaur. Certainly how it's shown up tonight. Maybe adding a little bit more lower cost dinos, increase the number of creatures that I do have, play the Ancient Imperiosaur for dirt cheap a little bit more often, and make it bigger. However, 2 tandem takedowns is not exactly what I want to see. I mean, we see the lovely thing, but I don't want to see 3. Of course, you never know. Sometimes you're going to see all kinds of wacky variations. Alright, we found a keeper. Definitely nice with that Sheltered Thicket. Only 2 copies in this variation, I believe. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, definitely Topiary. That's going to be nice. Hey, Invasion of Ixalan. Invasion of Ixalan. I imagine they're going to grab a land, play that. Yeah. All that good stuff. Man, it's a battle of the invasions of Ixalan, it seems. My goodness. It would be pretty sweet if I could take out all three of mine at once. Of course, I don't expect that's going to happen. We'll at least get a land. Increase... Well... Drover the Mighty? No. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Galted is, I think there's a pretty good chance we get to the Queen next turn. Well, not quite. We'll see. At the very least, it's Regis or Alpha, possibly Galted the turn after that. At least they don't have a Nykthos yet. They only have that old growth troll. It's definitely looking well for us. I think they're going to barf a bunch this turn, unfortunately. No Nykthos. Oh, they got one. There you go. Pretty good chance they would have seen one there. Almost a third of the way through the deck. Well, we're not dead yet. RFE, yes. I haven't slipped the battles too much. I must admit that is a little bit disappointing, and that is going to do it. Of course, we saw that Ancient Imperiosaur get pretty big. It wasn't quite enough, but there's something there. Of course, mono green is going to be pretty painful if you're not as explosive as possible, and sometimes you just won't be. Of course, I had some very good chances to maybe do that, but the hands just weren't there. 3 Castle Garenbrigs and 3 Ancient Imperiosaurs definitely is not going to do it. Hey, that's alright. That's alright. Yes, thank you very much. Hopefully you get some good sleep whenever you do sleep, Pterosaurus. We'll see if I keep using Invasion of Ixalan. I think I still have to put it through the paces, like I always try to do. I stomach as many matches and games in a row, see all kinds of different scenarios, and get the best feel possible for definitely new additions and brand new cards. At the very least, so I can talk with some confidence about it. Right. Something black related. Humans. Countering. Killing. Well, we're going to play it safe because I bet they were going to kill whatever we played. We're going to get a land. We're not going to get a land, but we're going to get Marauding Raptor. Huh. 3 Marauding Raptors and 2 Huntmasters. It is wacky again. By the stomping ground. We didn't grab a land, but we dug so far that the next thing's coming up was a land. So that is definitely very useful. We'll try playing stuff. It's looking like it might be Abzan Greasefang, though. We got those colors, and we'll see if they got that fatal push. Fatal push. Yes. Greasefang coming up next turn, potentially. Hopefully that's not the case. Oh, that is the case. Hey, all right, all right. Well, it was a pretty quick one. However, we have a little bit of something that can take out Greasefang. Instant speed, interaction. Get the greasy rats. Watch them hopefully be slowed down enough. Sometimes it's not enough. Even you take out the rat, they play Essica's Chariot straight from their hand. Parhelion 2 is just going to sit there, but then they overwhelm the board with the little kitties. Man. It gets to be too many cats, unfortunately. Let's trim Invasion of Ixalan. Let's try that. I want to keep the other big stuff. I think there could be a good chance to get there. Greasefang can be a little bit inconsistent, but of course, well, there's always the potential that they do their early thing, and not a whole lot you can do against it. Of course, Graveyard Hate, Deathgorge Scavenger could be good, although you really want to hit their graveyard at instant speed because they can fill it up at the end of your turn, and on their turn you want to have that choice for sure. At the very least, targeting the vehicle that Greasefang targets. And I don't think they have Fatal Push. They had that Godless Shrine enter the battlefield tapped. Even if they took out Drover, it would not be a problem. No Parhelion. Oh, that is Sky Sovereign. Well, that is not going to be a pretty sight. The question becomes... yeah, let's do it. Marauding, Topiary. We'll get some lands. We've got a bunch of creatures. We could get that Ancient Imperiosaur next turn. Yeah, that'd be good. Oh, we've got Ancient Imperiosaur coming down. Unfortunately, it's not hasty, but it's going to be big. You know what? I'm going to take 2 just to make this even bigger. Convoke. Boom. Guess I could have also played Topiary Stomper, made it bigger than that. Oh. I'm going to have to really learn to do my math with Ancient Imperiosaur. Yeah. Still pretty decent. Well, that tends to do the trick. Yeah. That's all right. Hopefully we don't face too much more Greasefang. It was quite popular right around when Shadows over Innistrad Remastered was released. Those new additions from Green. Eldritch Evolution, which I haven't seen a whole lot in Greasefang, but Vessel of Nascency, however you pronounce it. Just an additional way to get stuff into the graveyard. Has dropped off a little bit. Of course, certainly much more common in Best of 1. Unfortunately, catches us off guard a little bit in Best of 3. It was black stuff for quite a bit. Rakdos. A lot of Rakdos. Mono black. Waste not. Discard. That's always scary stuff, but I haven't seen that for a little bit now. Rampaging Rager. Yes, Pterosaurus. I haven't tried the World Tree enchantment yet. Nascency. Yes, Nash. Oh, well, that is pretty clever. It does make sense. Vessel of Nascency. It is lovely stuff. It's nice that they have another turn 1 play. However, it looks like we may be seeing Bant, Azorius Spirits. It is going to be pretty painful. Of course, because we're not starting off with Shifting Ceratops, where in the past I was. And oh, they got the turn 1 Mausoleum Wanderer, turn 2 Curious Obsession. Well, it's not the best, but there is... we get Huntmaster down. They can't counter it for 1, and hopefully this leads to good enough aggression. Cross your fingers there's no Supreme Phantom. I don't expect they have a Spirit. They're waiting for counter spells. If they had Spirits, they probably would have played them to power up Mausoleum Wanderer, still leaving behind at least one blue. 2 Rampaging Ragers. Hey, that's all right. 2 Shifting, 2 Ragers. I think that should still get the job done. We'll get this. Pay the 2 life. They don't have Geistlight Snare. They probably would have played a Spirit for 2, leaving 1 blue left over because it costs 1 blue at the moment. There's an enchantment and a Spirit. Let me see. What might they do to something? Someone. Let's try with Topiary Stomper. I want that nice stable ramp, potentially. Maybe they counter this and we still get Marauding, which would, of course, be quite nice indeed. Mono Blue Spirits last... Oh, absolutely shifting the ultimate terror. And hopefully this Marauding Raptor leads to some pretty good aggression. Of course, I did worry a little bit about Spell Queller. If we get another... Well, if everything sticks around, we could get Regis Ralph next turn. I don't imagine they would tap themselves out, but you never know. Maybe we get lucky and we can do some nasty damage. Lots of drawing, unfortunately. It would be nice if Ancient Imperiosaur couldn't be countered. Maybe that would be too overpowered, because we could play it next turn. Tapping Marauding, tapping Huntmaster. Ooh. Let me think. Alright, let's try for it. I imagine something bad's about to happen. No? Maybe? Oh! Okay. No counterspell, perhaps. Witness protection? Legitimate business person? Interesting. That is very interesting. Alright, well, we'll just be as aggressive as humanly possible. Hope that it does the trick, and... yeah, maybe we take out a Mutavault right here. If it blocks Regis or Alpha, but still, things should be pretty good next turn. If Marauding and the token are sticking around. Well, that's better aggression than what they're doing, certainly. I'm just surprised it wasn't countered. But it seems like they must not have a counterspell, because they definitely would not have let that happen. Okay, well, they could still kill us. 6 with the Mutavault, and it was 8. We'll see. Spectral Sailor. One spirit. One spirit would do it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Exactly 10. Oh, where's that shifting Ceratops whale? Where you need... Oh, right. You know what? Let's cut Ancient Imperiosaur. We could land that Rampaging Raptor, and that might be some nice aggression, certainly. Shifting Ceratops is coming in big time. Let's trim Ghalta, Etali. 2 Rampagings. Bringing the full play set of Tyrannix Rex, and we got the full suite. The 3 amigos of Can't Be Countered. Here goes nothing. Let's see that shifting. That was pretty good overall. I mean, Spirits doing their classic Spirit stuff. Playing a bunch of things. You might feel safe, but sometimes they play them with Flash and boom, you're done for. Especially the Mutavault. It was nice to see Mutavault and Faceless Haven. Interesting to see Faceless Haven, though. I'm pretty sure it was Faceless Haven. Or maybe not. But Mono Blue Spirit, certainly Faceless Haven makes the most sense. They use the snow-covered islands. Yeah, I don't know. Must have been just Mutavault. Alright, they gotta be at least a little bit scared there. Bringing in their painful counter spells. The one, I should really remember the name, but for 1 and a blue they can counter a red or green spell with a mana value 6 or less. Of course, we have 12 things that can't be countered, so hopefully that makes them cry. Shed some tears. even though spirits, well, they can't. I like the looks of that. We got 2 lands technically. Definitely get that to start. Hopefully draw a 3rd land. We'll go with Drover, possibly Huntmaster and Topiary on turn 3 there. At the very least we know they can't counter anything, but we see that Marauding and that has changed things. Get the Huntmaster down. Huntmaster, Marauding, Drover, shifting. We shall see. I don't have a sweeper in the sideboard tonight. Of course, portable hole is painful, but yeah, no sweeper, just slam down all the good stuff you know and love. Have a little bit of interaction with that tandem takedown, and we'll see how it goes. A second source of green, I must say, would be nice. Another land of at all would be good. Well, hopefully they don't bounce Marauding Raptor, I must say. Oh, okay, well, that will do it. That will do it. Painful 2 for 1. Very quick. Yeah. Man, I miss shifting. Definitely in times like that. Yeah. Hey, oh, we got a pack. What's it going to be? Another rare wild card. Cross your fingers. Invasion of Fiora. Enters the battlefield, destroy all legendary creatures, or destroy all non-legendary creatures. Oh, one or both. Okay. Marchesa, Resolute Monarch. Menace, Death Touch, 3/6. Whenever it attacks, remove all counters from up to 1 target permanent. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you haven't been dealt combat damage since your last turn, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Some card draw. It doesn't seem all that interesting. Maybe it really is pretty good. I don't know a whole lot about black stuff, of course. It's mostly red and green. But jump right into the next one. Oh, excuse me. I am thinking maybe just no tandem takedown. Take your suggestion, Pterosaurus, and in the past, the sweeper has been the deciding factor. Brotherhood's End, Flame Sweep, whatever it is. Perhaps that would be more useful against more stuff than the tandem takedown. Maybe I just don't care about a Shieldred, something like that. I have so many big things that I would just stomp and run right through a Rakdos midrange if we do face it tonight. Oh, that certainly is lovely. Absolutely. Hopefully there's a pretty good chance that we get to Carnage turns decently with Castle Garenbrig and Marauding Raptor. There is... Oh, however, what is going on here? Does seem like that will be the case if everything sticks around. Topiary next turn gets us to 4 lands, 5, yeah. Oh boy. I'm liking our chances. And definitely Sheltered Thicket. We weren't going to do anything with that leftover 1 because Topiary Stomper is reduced. We got Carnity next turn. We're getting a wee bit flooded though. Of course, I learned my lesson the first time I attacked and they had Glissa. I forgot about the first strike and Death Touch. Yeah, well, never again. Never again. We still get Carnage. At the very least, just leaving Carnage there means they would never in their right mind attack with Glissa. Although the question becomes, Register Alpha, Hasty Galta next turn? Maybe. No, let's go with Register Alpha. Get some damage through with the token. Maybe they don't want to attack because we've got Register Alpha. Oh yeah. They just keep destroying a permanent. I forgot. They remove a counter and then it puts on a counter, so each turn... Oh, I forgot about this little scenario. Turn of events. That is not a fun time. Well. Let me think. Hey, you know what? Rampaging Raptor. Galta for 2. Of course, Binding the Old Gods is going to take out Galta. But I want to keep the pressure with Rampage and the token. Yeah, I'm not really liking that. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to keep this new variation. Oh man, enchantment destruction. There's a lot to think about. Perhaps it would have been better to just play Carnage Tyrant and stop Glissa from ever attacking. We let it through, and then of course we could freely attack with Carney T the next turn. However, it is nice turning on Topiary Stomper with this Karplusan Forest. Get a pressure him a decent amount there. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I did forget about this little interaction with Glissa, removing the counter, the one counter from Binding. So each turn they put the first one on, destroying a permanent, and then they remove it, and they keep destroying it. Definitely Carnage Tyrant going back some turns. That certainly would have been better. Oh, well, that's going to that tends to do the trick. Ouch. Nuts. I know what I want, and I know what is Public Enemy number 1. A very sick little combo there. However, Glissa, dead. Done. Kill on sight. Okay. Etali? Well, Galta, maybe. Huntmaster, I imagine. The little stuff could die to the removal we fortunately didn't see. I would imagine Fatal Push is around. The Invoked Despair, of course, made us feel the despair, sacrificing the only creature we had, the Carnage Tyrant. That's never a pretty sight. And Invasion of Ixalan. I guess maybe that could be sometimes the thing I'll revert to, cutting Invasion if I'm bringing in the removal. We'll see. We'll see if I continue to keep using Invasion consistently. Oh, I can work with that. It's not the craziest hand in the world, but there is a good chance we see something for 2, Topiary Stomper for 3. But we don't have anything for 2, so nicely we can still just go with those 2 Sheltered Thickets. We'll get there. We'll get there. Oh, they got her again. Nuts. Oh. Good old Rampaging. Certainly we're not attacking. We're hoping there's no binding the old gods. Cross your fingers. No. Oh, there's Shielded. Okay. Let's see. 3 Glissas, 3 Shieldred. Yes, it definitely does seem good cut. Painful. Painful to say the least. Ancient Imperiosaur, though, well, I could see that being alright. Let me think, though. Drover. Might be nice to help us get a Etali next turn. But it would be only Drover. You know what? Let's go with this. I like a big Ancient Imperiosaur. I just hope they can't pay the ward too. Ooh, they can. Nuts. You know, they're just somewhat mostly tapped out. Of course, we're taking a lot of damage. It might be too much to recover from, unfortunately. Yeah, that tends to do the trick. Well, that's alright. Can't win them all. Painful removal. At the very least, I learned my lesson, and hopefully you guys learned a lesson too when you see Glissa. Suspect shenanigans, painful shenanigans. Killer right away. Also Shieldred, but you get the two of them together, the Death Touch. That does us in. Often enough. I just want to see another big Ancient Imperiosaur. Maybe if there was a way we could make it cost more, then we could make it even bigger than a 2020. I mean, even if it's often just a 12-12, a 10-10. That is still quite lovely. Yeah, it could work out. At least we have Invasion of Ixalan to grab something probably that isn't a land. Maybe this is Dimir Control, the first one of the night. Dimir Mills. Oh my goodness, they're getting rid of Invasion of Ixalan. Maybe. No, Shadow Skull Smashing, that's what it should be. Okay. Yeah, Dimir Mill with them on the play and an early Rune Crab is just dirty. Dirty, especially not having a turn 2 play or a turn 3 play. This is painful stuff. Oh, there's the Jace. Well, we'll keep playing things. Maybe Rampaging Raptor is going to be a deciding factor, especially if they've tapped out or mostly tapped out. We might at least take out Jace next turn. Imagine they would have a counter spell, so chances are we might not get Rampaging Raptor off anyways. We'll see if Marauding Raptor draws out what they're holding that mana up for. Okay. Not dead yet. We'll get there. Hopefully seeing a Castle Garenbrig. Should see, oh, they milled one castle to just one castle. So there is 3 more somewhere in there. Yeah, still 3 more. All right. We'll see a castle next turn. We see Carnage Tyrant. That is not a castle. It is a little bit tempting to possibly take something out, but we'll get it tapped. We'll try for rampaging and oh, not countered, but killed. Oh. We can see Carnage turn next turn. Hopefully they don't make us sacrifice it. Oh, another ruin crab. That is going to be our ruin. One is bad enough. Okay, I get it. Ouch. Shifting Ceratops, where you at? Trim that Rampaging Raptor. Invasion of Ixalan. Get Tyrannix Rex. I'm going to keep Etali. Again, I'm going to do some variation with Etali, Primal Conqueror, 2 or 3 copies, increase the chance of seeing it, playing free stuff, roll the dice Etali. I still haven't decided of a name for that for the night. I play both your stuff. 2 decks in 1. I did see some pretty nasty stuff with Etali where the opponent just continually keeps bouncing it and playing stuff and bouncing it. I lost track of how many cards they played from the opponent's deck, but it was probably like 10 or so. Possibly. Hard to say. But there's definitely room, and definitely Etali Primal Conqueror has been abusing some stuff. I'm just happy it's not a turn 1 thingamajig, but certainly could be Fatal Push. Hey, at the very least, we got 2 more Marauding Raptors bringing up the rear. I'll take another land. Counter. Killed. Not. Wow. Marauding Raptor survives. Yeah, I could see that, Nash. I still think something bad is going to happen. I'm going to see if they use a counter spell on Marauding. I'd rather them burn it on this, and then we get Topiary Stomper down. Maybe they do have that sensor, unfortunately. Etali, chances are, probably is coming down for 6. Possibly you could play Etali for 5, 4, maybe, if you have 2... I'm going to mill enough that the Thieves Guild in 4s or gets to a 5-2. That's okay. If we get another source of green, we could see Galta next turn. Topiary for 2, Galta. Done. Where's that shifting Ceratops? How many shiftings have they milled? Not a single shifting yet. We should be seeing a shifting like any time now. I hope. Oh, Zera's, yeah, that does tend to do the trick. Not much you can do about that. Dimir, Rogues not seeing a shifting, and yeah, nuts. All right, let's see that Ancient Imperiosaur. This is the game. I can feel it. Watch it be Celestia Angels, missing that Rampaging Ferocidon or Giant Cindermaw. Or both. There was a time I was facing a lot of Celestia Angels back to back. Oh, it was just causing me pain. Probably about a year ago, I want to say. It might have been in Historic before Explorer was a thing, but I jammed Rampaging Frostodon, Roiling Vortex. You can pay 1 red to have opponents not gain life that turn. Something like that. But I just disliked it that much that I brought in extra hate. It worked out pretty great. Gruul vehicles, perhaps. Of course, let's get that Marauding. Get the Topiary. Get an increased number of creatures to see that Ancient Imperiosaur. Oh, I like that. Could be seeing a Carnage Tyrant next turn, especially if Marauding Raptor survives. Certainly I want to preserve it, so I'm not going to attack that Miglaws. Really? Really good. That is very good. Beating angels without that stuff. Definitely. Sadly, we do have to take 8. That's not a fun time indeed. Let me think, though. I like that. Good stuff. Good stuff. Get the nice Invasion of Ixalan because we reduced Ancient Imperiosaur so much. Not quite dead yet. Hopefully we bought ourselves enough time. But yeah, sometimes you just get ahead. You have too many bodies. They stumble a little bit, and that is good. That's good. I can appreciate an Ancient Imperiosaur doing that. We gotta take out the questing beast at least. An Embercleave will kill us. Yeah, just Gruul Embercleave. Opponent getting pretty fortunate seeing that, but Tandem Takedown would be pretty nice. That's what I want to be doing. Come to think of it. Trim Invasion of Ixalan. Again, maybe, 12 things for 2, the 3 amigos, Huntmaster, Marauding Raptor, and Drover of the Mighty is enough things for 2. Perhaps Invasion of Ixalan isn't needed. Hard to say. It is nice to see Tandem Takedown. Hopefully everything is sticking around. At least they don't have a source of red, and that means we might see Rampaging next turn and then hopefully be able to get somebody with this. Oh, the classic fantastic Stomp. Resting Beast. Ugh. Although I do like this, I must say. You know what? I'm going to hold that Rampaging Raptor back. I think it could be a nice deterrent against Reckless Stormseeker. That's not going to attack. The elves aren't going to attack. Maybe it's going to be a questing beast. Hopefully that's not the case. Oh, they have an Embercleave. Definitely. No Embercleave. Interesting. I definitely was expecting that. However, we've got Drover the Mighty as a nice other blocker. Tandem Takedown is going to drop whatever they might slap that Embercleave on, so I'm feeling pretty good. Yes, you can use Tandem Takedown with 1 creature. Still pretty decent. Up to 2 target creatures you control each get +1/+0, so it is certainly more efficient to have 2. We can take out Chandra here, but I feel like taking out Bone Crusher Giant. let's do Bone Crusher. Yeah, I'll take 2. Whatever. Oh, they got the Tyvar stand. Well, that does it. Being pretty good by regular Gruul Midrange, unfortunately. Yeah. Azorius control, let's do it. A nice, clean win against my favorite deck to face. Oof, I can work with that. We got 2 lands, Castle Garenbrig to start, getting us to the Drover, Topiary. No Ancient Imperiosaur, but it is quite reasonable. White humans. Seems to be the case. Definitely get the Drover going, just in case we draw that 3rd land. Of course, always nice going Huntmaster plus Topa. Well, not. Well, okay. Actually, you know what? I want Invasion of Ixalan to get something that can't be dealt with, a land. At least interacted with a little bit more difficultly. More durable. That's what I'm looking for. Mono White's something, Mono White Devotion. Well, we certainly don't have counter spells, so we want to get ahead a little bit here. Double red we do need for Rampaging Raptor, if I want to go with that, but double green still could be needed. We definitely need 2 more sources of green, or 2 sources of green for Castle Garenbrig's ability. So I want to at least lock that in. Ugh, Elesh Norn is a headache. My goodness. Okay, we got some good stuff. Huntmaster Drover, yeah, no, Regis or Alpha, definitely. Hopefully it's sticking around. We get the hasty, whatchamacallit, let me think. Let me read Elesh Norn again. I know it makes us lose life. Yeah. I'll attack him. Do as much damage as possible. Unfortunately, the token is a 3/3. If it was 4 or more power, I'd certainly go towards that Invasion of Ixalan. But if they don't do something pretty impactful, we might be getting them next turn. Hasty Gulta. Hasty Rampaging Raptor. Maybe. Mono White Devotional with Nykthos. I was wondering about that. Seeing all those planes and just a bunch of other white stuff. It's been quite some time. I've seen Mono Black Devotion. Of course, Mono Green is the most popular. And the odd time you'll see stuff like this. Are they taking out the token? Oh, okay, yeah, make it a 4/6 Vigilance. First strike definitely is pretty darn scary, I must say. I'm certainly not blocking that. Fortunately, they only have 1 left. Oh, okay. I think we can just straight up kill him this turn. Stomping Ground, we got Gulta and Rampage. I like the looks of that. I must say, that is good stuff. We'll do the best, most explosive stuff we possibly can, and we'll see what happens. I think that's it. Delta for the win. You can see why I like to use multiple copies. But again, similar to 2 nights ago, one copy of her, and just for whatever reason, luck-wise, I saw her quite a bit. Maybe I should up it to 2. Maybe if I do cut Invasion of Ixalan, you know, I use that freed up space for the second Galta and something else, whatever it is, but we got him. Fantastic stuff. Okay. Just slap down the queen and get the job done. However, Mono White Devotion playing tandem takedown does feel like it could have been pretty good. Taking out Elesh Norn, although perhaps they have braved the elements. It is Mono White, so it's always something you might want to keep in mind. Certainly don't need shifting Ceratops. This is not blue. Yeah, let's cut the invasion, bring the tandem takedown so we can take out that nasty Elesh Norn. Oh, absolutely cut, I must say. A wide range of stuff. That is nice. You always got to look at the silver lining. Some nights are bumpy, some are not. Of course, the night when March of the Machine just released, I opened up the full playset of Ancient Imperiosaur, and then I went on to win all 4 of the matches I played that night, taking down Rakdos, Midrange, and a bunch of other stuff. That was lovely. But they can't always be that good. If they were, dinos might be too good, and then they would be banned, and it would not be a pretty sight. Hopefully I can make them so good that Wizards does ban some cards, and then, yeah, that's the ultimate badge of honor, perhaps. I may need Castle Garenbrig entering the battlefield untapped, so we'll get the Stomping Ground down now, just in case we got the forest out of the way. Possibly if we mistakenly play Castle Garenbrig and we need the mana, but we can't because we didn't have a forest. Ooh, lay down arms. Something I'm going to have to keep in mind, especially being mono white, all planes. Lay down arms. You exile target creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of planes you control. We're certainly going to have enough to probably exile most stuff most of the time. We will get to Carnage Tyrant eventually here. However, it may be a little bit too slow. Fortunately, Mono White Devotion seems like it's pretty slow. They just interact with us a bit. It's not like it's a very aggressive deck, but they definitely have a lot more interaction than Mono Green Devotion. Well, that's for sure. Hopefully Rampaging is safe, but hey, we don't have to worry about counter spells. We'll just deal some damage. Play a Carnage Tyrant next turn. And hope that Rampaging isn't exiled. It would be nice to get 2 hits. It's okay. Ossification. Bossification. Because it is so amazing. Lovely, lovely addition for white. Anything in white. I guess not anything, but Mono White Devotion is all about the basics, and no, they certainly have enough to do that and lay down arms. That is a pretty nice package of removal. Huntmaster and Regis Ralph next turn might be pretty good. I might just slap down the Carnage Tyrant, although I gotta keep in mind they might have sweepers. Settle the Wreckage, whatever it is, farewell. Hopefully that's not the case. At least Carnage Tyrant is making them think a little bit. What do they got up their sleeve? They're definitely not doing a whole lot. Gonna play that Yorion next turn, and I don't know what. Yeah. Good old Huntmaster, Regis or Alpha. Maybe they do something to someone, but they only have 3 at the moment. If Regisaur survives, it does mean we get to attack with Carnage Tyrant next turn anyways, the second one that we will play, so the same as if we played Carnage Tyrant this turn, attack with it next turn. But I feel pretty good. I feel like maybe they don't have a sweeper. I don't know. If they do have a sweeper, I mean, I got a backup Carnage Tyrant that I was thinking of playing that previous turn anyways. There goes Regisaur. Where's the Thrashing Brontodon when you need it? Of course, taking out that ossification they just used on it, getting the Regisaur back with the enter the battlefield, making a second dinosaur token. Pretty lovely stuff. I think we should have a pretty good chance here. They only got the 1 treasure, Yorion. Hasty Carnage Tyrant next turn with Huntmaster. Oh, that might do it. All you need is Carny T. Sometimes. Boom. Love it. Definitely did not expect Huntmaster to survive as long as it did. 14 trample damage. Dead. 17. I'll just attack with the token. Okay. Good stuff. That's gotta be it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. They only have 10 toughness to stop stuff, and we have 17. 17, yeah. Got him. Would still get him even if we had 16. Could do something for 1, possibly taking out that token, keeping that in mind. Yep. Nope, nothing. All right. Whew. I was getting a little bit worried, I must say, with all that removal, the answers for stuff. Of course, you know, thrashing, back to nature. Specifically, back to nature might have been nice. Taking out those ossifications. I don't have too many enchantments though, so it probably wouldn't have made a whole lot of sense. We would have also taken out this Spirited Companion. It is part enchantment, so yeah, back to nature, maybe not so good. Yes, yes, good game indeed. Thrashing Brontodon, probably a little bit better. Maybe taking out the Reckoner Bankbuster, if it made sense to do so. Keep in mind, I just remembered this fact, tapping things for Ancient Imperiosaur. Thrashing Brontodon, we tap to make it cost less and bigger, but we don't have to tap Thrashing to sacrifice it. It could be tapped, untapped, whatever. Just pay the 1, sack it, destroy an artifact or enchantment. So it's like, oh, we used it to pay for a thing and make it bigger, and then later on sacrifice itself to destroy something. So that is, would be pretty good use. Maybe I should lean even more heavily into Ancient Imperiosaur. Like I was saying, Thrashing Brontodon could be part of that plan. Lots of low-cost dinos, lots of high-cost, high-power Imperiosaurs. Alright, Azorius Control coming up. Crossing my fingers. Let's see it. Dimir Control. Not that painful Dimir Rogues, although I think we can get them. If we get that early shifting in game 2. Gangsta James. We could make it work. 2 by turn 2. One of those is a source of green. Invasion of Ixalan. Grabbing the other source of green. Hopefully there's no Thoughtseize, but I don't know, what is it? Grixis? Maybe it's Grixis. Jund. Well, whatever it is, something bad is going to happen to Mr. Drover here. So, invasion, because it doesn't seem to be safe to go Drover, we would, hopefully get a third land. Okay, yeah. We got the third land. We get to Topiary next turn. We just keep skipping over Drover the Mighty. As turns go on, we have a Marauding Raptor. Makes Drover cost 1, and then we could play Drover for 1, but tap him to reduce the Ancient Imperiosaur by 1. That's better than just using the land for the Imperiosaur, which that is going to be also pretty nice. Lots of little things to think about with this guy. I don't know what it is. 4 colors so far. Your guess is as good as mine. However, I'm just going to go... You know what? I feel like a Regisaur Alpha. We're going to make a super duper big Ancient Imperiosaur next turn. Hopefully. And it's going to be hasty. Bigger and hasty, that's where it's at. Possibly, if we get another land that enters untapped, we could go Castle Garenbrig, have 1 source of red left over. Regis or Alpha have so many bodies, we tap them all. Ancient Imperiosaur, boom. Big, 14, 16, whatever it is. There's a good chance it could have haste, but all 5 colors now. 5 color good stuff. Maybe. You can see there, they still could have taken out that Ancient Imperiosaur. They had at least an extra 2. That would not have been a pretty sight. Definitely the good old Sheltered and this. I just have to hope they can't deal with it. No more Deputy of Detentions. Nuts. And this is a wacky deck, I must say. Certainly is going to be an uphill battle, especially when that reflection starts copying the Deputy of Detentions. I guess it won't be too bad. Certainly Invasion of Ixalan. I want to get to the 7th land for Topiary Stomper there. Start attacking with it. Castle Garenbrig does seem quite nice for that. And we can go Regis or Alpha. Oh, this also very nice indeed. Let's get one of those Invasion of Ixalan's flipped. Reflection of Kiki-Jiki has to block Topiary Stomper if they don't want us to get both of them. Now hopefully they don't have a sweeper, but hey, we're flipping 2 of them in a single turn. I'm just crossing my fingers they don't they don't do you know what. That's pretty nice. No sweeper. No sweeper. You can do it. First reflection of Kiki-Jiki, I guess, is going to make a copy of Deputy of Detention, take away the belligerent Regisaurs, unfortunately. That's definitely happening. Okay, well, we know we're bringing in back to nature. I was a little bit confused. We didn't see the early Fires of Invention or Enigmatic Incarnation, but now we know exactly what it is. Heaven, yes. The new Dino Ward. It is helpful, of course. There's a pretty good chance that they will be able to pay for that cost. However, that's pretty good. Of course, those tokens do disappear permanently. We aren't ever going to get them back. But hopefully those belligerent Regisaurs stick around. Yeah. Green does need a little bit of help sometimes, although we got Tyrannix Rex with the ward cost of 4. The good old Carnage Tyrant. Ouch. Hopefully we could do something to that Deputy of Detention. However, we're going to be playing that big and nasty Ancient Imperiosaur. Let me think. Drover the Mighty. We'll play that. We can tap it to make Ancient Imperiosaur bigger. We were going to play it anyways, so might as well do this. Hopefully that does the trick. Yeah, I haven't seen too many Ancient Imperiosaurs available. They seem to be mostly sold out, but yeah, I could see that. Drover, well, we don't need Drover anymore. Maybe we can still get them. We'll see. 2 back-to-back Enigmatic Incarnations are going to be kind of painful. And they're making that treasure, so if they cheat out a Agent of Treachery, that's going to be quite nasty. Stealing that Ancient Imperiosaur with that Blood Crypt plus the treasure that they have. Although Ancient Imperiosaur is tapped, so we got to keep that in mind. We could just play another one next turn, which would be pretty nice as well. Oh, Elesh Norn, that tends to do the trick. So close. Man, that is nasty. Well, we're not dead yet. They are at 1. Let's see, what we draw next turn. It could be something nice and helpful. Hopefully. Trials of Ambition are pretty painful, though. Guess it's got to be Topiary and Regisaur, unfortunately. Galta, well. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Ancient Imperiosaur for 7, Galta for 2, and maybe it's enough to make something happen. They certainly have to block Ancient Imperiosaur with quite a bit. Hopefully it's just that Elesh Norn. Oh, well, that is pretty good. Okay, well, I'll take her out, yeah. Happy to do that. Hopefully they don't have a backup copy in hand. That would just be nasty. We're not coming back from that. Definitely with the reflection of Kiki Jiki and all the painful stuff, but Back to Nature is going to decimate him, as it often does against 5-color Enigmatic Incarnation. Tyrannix Rex. I think it's got to be Tyrannix Rex instead of Ancient Imperiosaur, unfortunately. Yeah, I'll leave one in. Alright. Show me the Back to Nature. Rampaging Ferocidon would have been pretty good. All the tokens that Reflection of Kiki Jiki makes, all the creatures that just naturally are entering the battlefield. However, that's not going to do it. It's 2 lands, 100% I would keep it. Bunch of stuff for 2 and the thing I'm hoping for. Okay, well, it's no Back to Nature, but it certainly is quite a bit better. Yeah. Hopefully we get at least a couple swings with the Rampaging Raptor here. I think there's enough time, although sometimes there is a very early leyline binding, especially if they get the triomes down. That's never fun whatsoever. 2 Rampaging Raptors. That's looking pretty good. At the very least, we do get Topiary Stomper next turn if they did do something to Huntmaster. However, that doesn't seem to be the case, so it's full speed ahead. Go time. That's alright. Maybe they're kicking themselves. They should have waited because possibly could have. Oh, we got it. Now the question becomes, Topiary? No, just Rampaging. Yeah, I think we should have a pretty good chance here, especially with that Back to Nature. We won't be able to play Galta next turn, unfortunately, but we're getting well in range. I wonder what Moonblessed Cleric is going to grab. Leyline Binding, oh. Okay. Let me think. Yeah. Good old Topiary. Leyline Binding on that Rampaging Raptor will get it back after they try to deal with it. But of course I want a little bit more value from the Back to Nature. Taking out multiple enchantments, of course. Back to Nature for 2 gets enough that it reduces Galta to 2, and oh yeah, well, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. We got Hasty Galta. Rampaging Raptor already has haste attached to it, which is quite nice indeed. Yes, that's what I want to do. That's a lot of damage.
Changing. Look at those skeletons down there. They had atomic energy, but they couldn't control it.
Got him. Oof. All right. Galta again. 1 copy in the list, and we see her to fantastic effect. I did have to reveal the fact that I have Back to Nature. Would have been nice taking him out, keeping that information hidden for game 3, but yeah, that's going to be devastating. Yes, it is very strange, and this has happened before. When I've used a lot of copies of Galta, I don't see her, and then well, I cut it down to 1, and I'm seeing her most games, it seems. Yeah. There's only room in this deck for 1 queen. one copy of the Queen. Maybe that's what the game is trying to tell me. You gotta be at least a little bit scared. Perhaps seeing that back to nature makes them play a little bit more conservatively, slows things down a bit, allows us to do some fun stuff, get the job done. See that single copy of Galta. That's the keeper. Yep. Castle Garenbrig to start, and we're looking good. Hopefully no Thoughtseize to take it away, but we've got to play pretty much no matter what happens. We'll try for a Drover. We've got that Shadow Skull smashing again. Could be nice next turn. 4 mana. Huntmaster, Topiary, Ancient Imperiosaur the turn after that. Oh, this is nice. Although I expect they're going to play other enchantments next turn. I feel like that's the case. However, I'm gonna do this. Do as much ramp as possible. I was thinking of holding the 2 back. They might not play creatures. They might have just a leyline binding. This could be better if they don't do a whole lot. It's definitely going to get very nasty for them. Get that Deputy of Detention, possibly. Renegade Rallier. Oh, the 3 life. I had to get that Shatter Skull smashing into play untapped, paying the 3 life just so I was at 4 mana on turn 3 with the Drover, so I could go Huntmaster plus Topiary Stomper. Now this is what I thought they were going to do. 2 back to natures. However, we have a lot of options. We can do the hasty Ancient Imperiosaur. Big Ancient Imperiosaur. I like that. Let's do that. Pretty good stuff. Then maybe they'll do other enchantment things. We'll have an extra valuable back to nature the next turn coming up, and now that is interesting. That is very good for us. They're not going to sacrifice the 1 Enigmatic Incarnation, I think. They could. Oh, Elesh Norn. That's what's happening. Yeah, you have 1 Enigmatic, you play the second one, I guess. Effectively, it's as if you played Elesh Norn. Yikes. That's not going to be pretty. Oh. Okay, that's pretty good. We haven't lost Ancient Imperiosaur yet, so my goodness. Taking out everything. That was decent. Deleted half their life, yeah. They gained a lot back, unfortunately. Would have been nice to have another source of green just so I could have gone back to nature, but Ancient Imperiosaur it is. Maybe they block with a bunch of stuff. I don't know. The Queen, yes, again. We're 13 cards in and we see it. My. You'd think I have 4 copies, 3 copies, but it is just 1. Definitely would have been better if hold things back, do that back to nature. Maybe they felt safe because we were tapped out and we couldn't have taken out those Enigmatic Incarnations. We'll see. They have to do something though. Else they might just be dead. They're just dead. There it is. The Queen, Heaven. I talked about seeing her multiple times. Back-to-back games, one copy. You never know what you're going to get. It certainly was a lot of wacky stuff tonight. Yes, great games indeed. I'll leave it there for now. I'm not going to do a stream tomorrow night, Friday or Saturday. Hopefully back on Sunday, if all goes well. Yeah, it was good overall. So hopefully you guys have a good weekend. Have a good day whenever it is you are watching. Morning, afternoon, a good rest of your time zone. And yeah, see you next time. Heaven, Cut, Pterosaurus, Nash. Lots of people tonight. Yeah. Okay. That was a good one.